Hey everybody, Scott Ferguson here with Things Like That. Today I want to start a new series. I want it to be called Cooking with Fergie. That's right. I like to cook, and I want to start sharing that with you guys. So I learned a lot of my cooking in Ohio. That's where I grew up. So I'm going to dedicate Cooking with Fergie to the folks in Ohio. So shout out to Ohio. Tonight, what we're going to cook is, I got some chicken breasts, boneless, skinless chicken breasts. We're going to cut them into strips. We're going to rub them down with some brown sugar and some other seasonings. I got some Everglades, fish and chicken, some olive oil, and some roasted garlic salt, sea salt. Then we're going to go with the baby creamers, potatoes, and baby carrots with some mozzarella, parmesan, and cheddar cheese on top. We're going to cook up some applewood bacon to mix in with the potatoes. We are going to steam some broccoli. We've got some Italian bread, and we've got some aged cheddar and some Toll House Tuscan cheese, crackers, and cherry tomatoes to snack on while we cook. So if that sounds like something you might want to watch, stay tuned. Scott Ferguson. Thank you. Hey guys, Scott Ferguson here. Alright, so we're going to do this. I am going to film a cooking show. Or try to. So, first of all, let's get some of these ingredients over here off to the side. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4 cutting boards. This one I'm going to have just for chicken. So, on these chicken breasts, instead of just trying to pound them out all the time, people are always trying to find ways to make them consistent. I've got some paper towels over here for chicken hands. I've decided to start cutting them just long ways and see what you think of this. Just go about 1/2 inch. So what we're doing is we're creating a consistency, the consistent thickness when we cut them long ways like this. And we don't have to beat them with the mallet or trim them all kinds of funny ways. Alright, so we'll put those in the bowl. I'll keep trimming. You gotta learn to get you 3-4 finger hold in there. Alright, so now we've got all of our chicken cut at 1/2 inch thick. We are going to retire that cutting board and that knife. Again, I'm going to wipe down the counter here. Again, got my chicken paper towels. Trying to maintain chicken cleanliness. Alright, those in one. Alright, so now we're going to take light brown sugar. We got 1/3 of a cup. Pour it in there. Just start turning them. Start turning them. I'm thinking, man, that's a lot of brown sugar. Really? once it soaks in, when you're cooking it, it drips off a little. It really, it's not overpowering. That's one of my family's favorite meals, is these brown sugar chicken. Alright, so we've got the brown sugar mixed in. I like to just clean while I'm going, because I might need that tool again, that utensil. Alright, so right now we're going to push the chicken off to the side. Oh, no, we're not, I lied. We're going to put some Everglades fish and chicken. So, you guys that deer meat for dinner got me hooked on Everglades. So shout out to deer meat for dinner. Put a little of this on here. Just a little bit of olive oil. Just to help some of that brown sugar break down a little bit. Pepper. And over here on this one, we're going to use the roasted garlic sea salt. Alright. Now, back to the utensils again. Again, if you rinse them off and put them off to the side, then you don't have to worry about, is it contaminating anything? It's just rinsed off, you know, sitting on the side. Alright, so there we go. Now the chicken's going off to the side. Alright. So now we got the chicken off to the side. We need to get this bacon going. Bacon takes a little while to render down. So we'll get it going next. Bacon, pan's warming up, got the chicken soaking. Now we're going to do potatoes. Man, I love these little creamer potatoes. Get your cookie sheet, put your foil. Alright. Actually I missed a step. We also need to get some potato dressing, we'll call it, going too. So we've got olive oil. We got 1 part olive oil to 1 part butter. Put that on medium heat too. Now we're going to get some minced garlic. I buy this in a big jar, keep it in the other fridge. Just no room in the house fridge here. So we put a nice little couple of forkfuls in there. Now we're going to get in some Everglades original seasoning. Good bit of that in there. Some pepper, some sea salt. This is Dash, extra spicy. This is Dash Red. Favorite little whisk here. They're starting to melt down. Medium heat. This is a cutting board for vegetables and pork, but I'll tell you what, this is my favorite thing for putting my utensils on. Cracker. Alright. So, we've got the butter, extra virgin olive oil, salt and pepper, Mrs. Dash, Everglades seasoning original. Okay, we're coming to a boil. Not a boil, but a little bit of a simmer. Alright, we are now going to get the bacon in there. Alright, so we've got the bacon going. I'll show you how this looks later. Alright, so once we get a good little bubble going, starts frothing a little, it can happen real quick, go from good to bad. The Everglades seasonings and the powdered seasonings, they fall to the bottom and they get caught on the sides. You got to get in there and really, and that's why these rubber spatulas, the rubber whisks, are the best. We've got our sauce ready to go. Just kind of loosen them up a little. I'm going to put the lid on. Alright, so now we're going to move to the potatoes. The baby creamers, they're called. Costco. They are awesome. Because this is a cheese dish, Parmesan crusted, you're going to start out with the pan. Alright, so here we go. Cut out the potatoes. So, take a peek through there, see if there's any Frankensteins. Anything we just don't feel like eating. Because every bite is supposed to be a good bite. Organic carrots. Now, I didn't buy organic because it's organic. Yes, it's obviously better, but the quality's better. So yeah, I guess I did buy organic. But only because you seem to get a better product, fresher food. When you buy organic, the carrots, the celery, the everything will last for weeks, where if you buy just, you know, regular produce, it wilts and withers away. So maybe there's something to that. Is organic better in more ways than just pesticide free? Is it actually a better product? I think so. Alright, so I make this often, so I'm going to save this because I got plenty more carrots. Alright, check on our bacon. It's looking really good. Whoa. Alright, we're going to turn the heat off on the bacon. Alright, and we are going to pour just a little bacon grease into our other mix that we made. And then we have this other jar that we keep in the fridge for cooking eggs, fried eggs. What we're going to do now, we're going to cut it up a little. When you cook bacon clumpy like that, it tends to stick together. And instead of fighting it, which I used to try and fight it, I just cut it up later. You know, you start running out of time trying to tend to too many things. So that was a little time saver, you know, that I came up with. Our lower oven has a convection fan. Alright. Empty. Empty. Okay. So, back to the bacon. Of course, you got to sample some. A little more. And just a little more. Alright. So, yep, it's bacon. Very good. Alright. So now we have our bacon. We got our potatoes and our carrots. Now we need to start bathing our carrots and our potatoes in the olive oil garlic mixture. So I like to take my silicone brush and I dig in and I get the garlic on top of the brush, and then when I go like this, it kind of falls off intermittently. So here we are, just putting all the love on these things. Last time I made them, the family told me to juice them up a little. I have been known to over season things, so we are going to juice them up a little today. Not too much, going up about a third. A little extra garlic. We'll go with a little bit more dry seasonings after the fact, instead of just in. Had some technical difficulty there. I'm not sure what happened. So all you missed was me sprinkling the bacon on the potatoes, and if that doesn't look good. So we've got the oven preheating. With potatoes and carrots, since they're so dense, I don't mind putting them in a little early. Alright, we're going to set our timer for 20 minutes. So now we've got our pan that we're going to be cooking the chicken on. So this is Nordic ware. It's a cast iron grate. It's got a bevel to it, so that the grease can run down the sides for your pan to catch it. So what I'm going to do is take this olive oil mixture that we have, and I'm gonna brush down the grates. This will also help for cleaning later. I'm putting this olive oil on there, then I'm going to let it sit. Probably going to let it sit probably about 10 minutes. We're going to preheat the oven, 350. Alright. So, oven's preheating. Potatoes are in. Chicken's ready to go. So right now, it's take 5. I'm going to have some cheese and crackers, another pickle, get me some cranberry juice, and do a little cleanup, and we'll see you back here in a few minutes. Okay guys, we're back. We've got our loaf of bread ready to go. We've got to get some, we've got our broccoli cut up, and then in our steamer pan, steaming for about 7 minutes, 8 minutes. Alright, so I like to take a towel, at the bottom dry. Alright, we got 29 seconds on the potatoes. We're going to go ahead and pull those. Degrees every time, steams up. Over here so you guys can see. Alright, so everything is looking good. We're going to go through, just run down the middle like that. Just kind of run through like that. Just give it a little, come in from this side and just knock it back down. So we're coming down the home stretch here. Chicken's not going to take but 10 minutes, thin strips. We are going to take our mixture and we're going to give it once again. Alright. So kind of knock it down a little. Just test them, see how the potatoes are doing. They're still a little hard. Fork's going in, but not real easy. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and hit him again with some Everglades Original. And some of this roasted garlic, sea salt. Alrighty, so we're going back in for 10 more minutes. Now it's time for the chicken. Alright, so I'll be honest with you, it's the first time I've ever used this pan. It looked like it would fit the application. I had it in my repertoire of cooking stuff. I don't remember where we got it, but we're going to give it a shot. And the smell. So it's lacking a little bit of Everglades fish and chicken. We want the sweet, but we also want the other. Alright, so put it on, pull it out as far as it'll go. So once you get your chicken situated, going back in the oven. So we got those on 350. We got our water boiling. Slide the bread in. Alright, so water is boiling. We're going to go ahead and drop the broccoli. We got 5 minutes left on the potatoes until we put the cheese. Chicken's looking in about 10 minutes. Broccoli's going to cook for about 7, and then we'll put some butter on it. So I think that's where we're at. think it's time for another break. Last little cleanup before we serve. So stay tuned. Okay guys, we're back. We got 1:20 on the potatoes. I've put the glaze in a smaller bowl. I've got my cheese cut open, ready to go. Got my hot block. I am going to test the broccoli fork. Still a little tough. I'm going to go ahead and pull the potatoes. Alright. So now that bacon has gotten down on the inside, when I stirred it and dropped to the pan, so the bacon grease is down in there, making it all lovely. So then the mozzarella parmesan. This is really one of the key ingredients to this dish. And then this is a mozzarella cheddar. And I just like to put a little bit of that on there too. We come back to Mrs. Dash Red. Come on, Scott, let's be smart. Okay. And just give it a little potatoes. Pull the chicken out. It's looking good. I'm going to go ahead and baste it. Alright, and then we're going to turn it over. It's almost done, really. Texture. It's not on the grill, so I don't have my dark grill marks. I'm going to check this broccoli again. Alright, so the broccoli's ready. I need to do this real quick. Alright. Get the chicken back in. We are going to pull the broccoli. The rest of the butter in there. Go ahead and put our broccoli back in the butter. So guys, I made a major malfunction. I was supposed to save the last of that warm butter for my bread. Now I have a cold stick of butter. So what I'm going to do, put it on my butter tray. I'm going to nuke it for about, I don't know, 15 seconds. Okay. Woo. So I think 15 seconds. Oh, there's my potatoes. This is when everything starts happening. potatoes are done. Okay guys, technical difficulties there. So as I was saying, we got our chicken strips in the bowl, and then the broccoli, you put a little butter in the pan. You don't want to stir it too much, it'll fall apart. A little salt. A little pepper. There you have it, folks. Potatoes, carrots, bacon, cheese, Italian bread, brown sugar, chicken strips, and steamed broccoli. Well guys, that was pretty fun. I enjoyed it. I hope you did too. I look forward to more recipes and more videos. Scott Ferguson, things like that, cooking with Fergie. Take care. Thanks for watching.